Yo, it's your boy Big T100, y'all, and I just want to talk about Big Usopp today, man. I never made a video about this, so I guess today is a good time to talk about it. I'm gonna talk about Usopp getting Conquerors hockey, and if he does have Conquerors hockey, what would he be able to do with it? Now let's dive in. Okay, you see, like, I'm not gonna lie, like, mainly I want Usopp to Conquerors hockey because I know he's not gonna be a combatant like that, and I also know he's a sniper. So him getting out there and fisting cupping and doing all that stuff, ain't too likely. I know he's really good at lying. He's really good at lying and like making up stuff and like being in disguises and stuff like that. Getting able to be really good at manipulating people, and he's also really good at having people making people want to help him for some reason. And then also in Wano, all these fodder knocked out around him from Big Mom's hockey, and this fool wasn't knocked out at all. Means Usopp's will is pretty strong. He's not getting knocked out by Big Mom's hockey while everybody else is. That says a lot to his will. This is a lot when you really think about it. And also Usopp, when he lies, for the most part, for some reason, later in the future shit happens. Just like with Buggy, when he lies or he caps or does all this stuff, he literally fails his way to the top every time. You know what I'm saying? And then Usopp kind of does the same thing. Like with the what's it called? Remember he came in there. He's like Usolanda. They gave him so much love and shit. Like they thought it was a descendant Nolan. They rode his nuts hard as fuck because he lied. They made him believe he was something greater than what he was at the time. But then later to find out, Usopp actually is that great. He actually is a good guy. You know what I mean? He actually does have heart. He actually will go back and try to save you bastards. You know what I mean? Even though he did lie, he did connive, he did do all this stuff, he is kind of cowardly. At the end of the day, he's gonna die for you. If you know what I mean, if it's really something to die for, he will do it. You know what I mean? He's a man through and through in those type of situations. He will do the shit. You know what I mean? So what would it be like if he had Conquerors, or him getting Conquerors? What would it be like? Or does he even have a Conquerors like mentality? In a way, he does. In a way. You see when he overcomes his fears and he becomes strong and he starts setting his mind to something, he does and he goes through and through and he toughens through all that. Like in the beginning, in the Syrup Village, when old boy Captain Kuro, is it Kuro? To do with the long fingers and shit like that, which it was something we couldn't fight him, but he still fought. He still got the kid. He's still trying to die for Kaya and the whole village, even though for the entire time he's been lying, saying, "Oh, pirates are coming, pirates are coming." He's been like a menace, a little dumbass. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, when pirates was really coming, he wouldn't even tell people they were there. He tried his hardest to freaking whoop. He tried his hardest to make sure they would live. He didn't care what people thought of him at that time. He just wanted to make sure they were alive. Even though all the capping, all the cowardly shit he does, out of everything, bro, no matter what, he comes through. He sticks his chest up high, and he does what a man needs to do at the time. And if he has to lay his life down, that's just what he is. That for me, it screams Conquerors mentality. But he's not fully there yet. And the reason why I say he's not fully there yet, because he still has cowardice. He doesn't fully overcome that at like with his own will, like willingly all the time like that. He has his moments and he does his shit. And, you know what I mean? He's got heart at the end of the day. He's got heart, but he's still got a lot of pussy outside of it. Oh, plushy. Yeah, he's got a lot of soft syrupness outside of it. Cowardly and unassuredness with his unsureness about himself. Doubt being, since Oda even said himself, Oda says Usopp is the weakest one, and he wants him to remain like the physically weakest one. I don't know why, since you got fucking Nami on there as a navigator, and you know what I mean, Chopper's pretty strong. I mean, he's his own, and you know what I mean, all that stuff. So it's like, I don't like that because, like, yeah, he's a sniper and all that. He's gonna be a combatant, but why would you want him weaker than your navigator? It's like, you know what I mean? It's kind of weird, right? Because Nami's not the one you're expecting to fight. Nami's the one, you just need her to be sexy and do her navigation stuff and draw her maps and stuff like that. That's what she needs, and make sure the crew saves the money for the crew, make sure they don't spend money on dumb shit, and keep them kind of in line. That's what her job is. She shouldn't have to be going out there and fighting and shit like that. She shouldn't have to be doing that. Alright? So Usopp, this will work well for him because one, it won't like make him such an OP crazy character because like he wouldn't be able to use like the Iron Man infusion and doing all that extra strong shit. Nah. Okay, nah. He would use observation with Conquerors to see in the future and to create abstracts. I believe with observation and Conquerors, you'll be able to create abstracts of like monsters or like making yourself look bigger and stronger than what you really are. Like hyping yourself up, like full cappery, bro. Like Loki shit. Like okay, imagine this. Usopp, he's like telling them like, oh, I'm a really powerful person. I got 8,000 men, and I am the strongest, biggest man in the sea. Scariest in my nose. My breath is so disgusting. My teeth are so rancid and sharp that I can take you out. Like say just all the goofy, all that cappery he does. But he make himself look like that. He's not really that. You know what I mean? We all know Usopp. He's not really that. But he's playing posse. He's playing wolf. He's just talking a big game. And that will be his Conquerors and his observation ability. What he'd be able to do if he infused that. You know what I mean? To really create like abstracts and imagery to puff himself up, to make him seem like he's a lot stronger and cooler, and you know what I mean, than he really is. That would work. You know what I mean? That would work great because one, his sniping skills would go through the roof. He will still be this guy, and also like he'd be able, still be able to hold his own against a lot stronger fodder, like even stronger fodder than we've seen in what's it called? Okay, even stronger. All right, I like that. And then to top it off with his Conqueror and stuff like that, I would like for him if we go to Elbaf to get a hammer, a newer hammer, and call it Mjolnir. Mjolnir, okay? But it's not actually going to be Mjolnir. It's going to be an old replica of a Mjolnir from back then, but it wasn't really a Mjolnir. Like, he has to, like, do it like how, the climb attack, how she had to do all that? Like, it's something like that he has to, had to fix up and shit like that. You get me? You feel me? Like, that would work out great, right? Like, Nami's climb attack ability, and you get Usopp a hammer that can basically do something similar to that. You know what I mean? To scare motherfuckers off. Yeah, it actually will do a lot of damage. Hell yeah, it would do a lot of damage, but it still wouldn't be overpowering. It would give him basically, like, you know what I mean? It would just hype him up, like make him look even more scarier and shit like that. Because Usopp is, you know what I mean? He has to rely on cappery and trickery and his little inventions, little thingies like that, and freaking and his sniping skills. That's how Usopp gets the wins. So if you give him a freaking hammer that's just like, a hammer that has all this legend, myth, and stuff like that about it, but it's not really even, it doesn't even really have that. Like, it's not. It's, you know what I mean? They think like, oh, you have to be this to be able to use it, and it summons lightning and this and that. You know what I mean? But in real actuality, that's not the case. You know what I mean? It's a kind of a trick that, you know what I mean, that only Usopp was able to figure out and pick up the hammer, and like now he's able to use it, and now everyone thinks he's like a god. You know what I mean? He's gonna think he's God Usopp or a Thor's or something like that. And that would be amazing. That would give Usopp a fat power. That would make Usopp look pretty gangster, wouldn't it not? Like, I'm just laying it out there, bro. I'm giving Usopp pretty fair power-ups. Like, it's not like something that's gonna make him just like, oh my god, he's up there with Brooke, Frankie, and up and stronger than, like, no, but yes. You know what I'm saying? So you can technically say he's the weakest one, yes, but people wouldn't know that from the outside. You know what I'm saying? Like how they think fucking Chopper's just a pet, and they only gave him like 1,000 berry or 500 berry. Like, it'd be the opposite with Usopp. They'll think he's actually really, really strong and this and that, and how he, you know what I mean, how he comes to look out and how he talk and all that BS he puts out there. They'll be scared of him. So I'm just saying, y'all, Conquerors with observation hockey, with Usopp's character and imagery and how he caps and he's able to really convince people of things that you wouldn't think that people would be able to convinced of. Like, Usopp has a knack for that, of convincing people to do shit, or not even just to do shit, just to believe of who he is or what he does or any of those things. They believe him. Even though he's capping hard, they think he is. because of just how his personality is, how he enacts, and how he's just super serious. Like imagine that with Conquerors on observation, and you're making abstracts and freaking imagery and freaking like pictures, and like you know what I mean now the 8,000 men, it would be a holographic thing. It would look like a bunch of 8,000 men, but it's just like it's a nobody. You know what I mean? Like it would work out. Like, how you guys let me know, man. I have nothing else to say right now about Usopp getting these things, but Monet and Conquerors with observation, because we all know he's going to get an advanced observation. That's already a given. We know how his dad gets down. We know how strong he is, and we know he uses observation. He's probably one of the best observation users in the series. He's top 5 observation user. I wouldn't doubt it. They literally call him the Chase. You know what I'm saying? So it makes total sense why he'd be able to have that. So what else would he have, guys? Y'all let me know in the comments, man. Y'all let me know. Am I just like talking crazy right now and this will never happen? Or does this sound likely? Y'all let me know, man. Y'all let me know. Big T 100, man. I love y'all. Out.